Welcome to our channel. In this video, we will continue with our job interview series, and in this series, we will be looking at one of the frequently asked job interview questions, which most job seekers doesn't take serious. Most job seekers, when this question is being asked, they think that it's a question that they can just say anything that they feel like to say. And what is that question? The question is, what is your greatest strength? Now, I remembered in my previous video, I said this. One of the things that makes job interview very easy is to understand why the interviewer is asking a question. If you can decode the why, then the how to answer it will come seamlessly. And one of the things I do in this video is to show you why, or to tell you why interviewers ask these questions. And in this question, what is your greatest strength? The interviewer wants to know, one, if you know yourself, if you have done what we call self appraisal, self assessment. If you have done self assessment, that's number one. Number two is the interviewer want to know if you have good listening skill. If you have good listening skill, listening is a skill. So if we ask what is your greatest strength, and you go ahead to list strengths, like telling us 2, 3, 4 strengths you have that have communicated to the interviewer that you lack listening skill. Because the question is, what is your greatest strength, not what are your strengths. So in a question where you are asked what are your strengths, then you can as well answer 2, 3, 4 as the case may be. But in a situation where you are asked what is your greatest strength, choose one among all your strengths that you are communicating that you have the listening skill. And also thirdly is that whether your core strength is in relation with the job, is in relation with the company, is in relation with the organizational core values. What you consider to be your strength, whether it has a great impact to the organization, whether it will have a huge contribution to the job or to the organizational goal and vision as a whole. So why you are to answer this question, understand these 3 core reasons why this question is being asked. Don't take it lightly. Don't think, what is your greatest strength? You just think of any strength and you answer. And finally, I want to give you this cheat. Don't use a strength that can easily be tested on that interview. How do I mean? Don't use a question don't use an answer that after you have answered that question, the interviewer will now bring up another question from the answer you gave. Because in most cases, when fresh job seekers answer this question, 80 to 90% of the next question comes from the answer they gave. So don't give an answer that the recruiter, the employer, will get the next question to ask you. So you use an answer that cannot really be tested on that interview. I remember being part of an interview panel, and we asked an applicant, what is your greatest strength? The person said his greatest strength lies in creativity, that his greatest strength is being creative. However, we tested him on creativity. We gave him a creative task to answer, and he failed. And from that moment, his confidence dropped to 0, and he started wobbling on 8 other questions, and that scores him very low. So if you are to use a strength that have a relationship to the job or to the organization vision and mandate. At the same time, that strength cannot easily be tested on the interview panel? Well, you can say if this question is being asked, if I'm to answer this question, I will answer it this way. Well, among all the strengths I have, I consider this strength to be my greatest strength, which is I have the ability to work for hours without getting tired. I have this ability to work for hours without getting tired. You can use that because it's not something that can be tested on that interview. Or you can say, well, one of my greatest strengths is achieving goals. Whenever I set goals, I go ahead to achieve them. I remember setting goals on this, setting goals on that, and I have achieved that. My greatest strength, I will say, lies in being a go-getter. That cannot easily be tested on the interview panel or that interview day. So he used things that will be related to the job. Every job needs someone who can achieve goals. Every job needs a hard worker. Every job needs someone who is result oriented, because there are two key aspects of every organization: profit maximization and cost minimization. So if you bring in strengths that will be in this line, then you have made it on the next interview. Use these strategies and you see yourself acing that job interview, scaling through that job interview, and making a positive and lasting impression on the interviewer. And want to thank you for stopping by. If you have not really subscribed to this channel, I will want to ask you to please subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up so that many persons can come across it and get this value. Thank you.